very much so in clarity of thought. It talks about being clear about where you are headed, and seeing a lot of different opportunities that are going to come in here for you without being confused about what to do. So I really like this read. I see a lot of recognition. Like I said before, this is kind of like a milestone. Some of you guys are graduating from college. Some of you guys are having children. Again, like I said before, here with the Nine of Pentacles, I definitely see that your self-worth, like who you are as a person, has increased or will increase here with the Nine of Pentacles. So really good. This is really about your freedom, breaking free of things that were not necessarily the best for you. And I do feel like you're coming out of some type of like illusion too. This is the reason why the Seven of Cups is basically in this reading, because I feel like you guys have been kind of stuck. So a new beginning. And a lot of you guys, like I said before, this could be meeting someone new. This could be someone that's going to come in here and assist you and help you. They could be bringing in new opportunities, because if you look at the way that the cards are really flowing, like I said before, it's a lot of Pentacles here, which is saying that there's about to be tangible things that you're going to have. So it's money, like tangible money, right? Like money, and then what you're able to actually buy. So that's something that I like. Stability, security, abundance, and actual potential when it comes down to relationships. So wow, I didn't expect that. I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect for your reading to look like this. This looks really, really good. One thing that I do see in your reading, though, is the fact that there have been people who have been undervaluing you, because you have allowed other people to tell you who you are, or to treat you worthless in some type of way. And I hate to say it like that, because, you want people to look at you and see like this bright light. You want people to see you as valuable and worth it, and they can give you whatever you want, and they feel all of these different feelings from you. But I do believe that you have been, in company of people who really did not feel that way. They didn't think that you were the best thing since sliced bread. They didn't, they may have even said it vocally that you were not necessarily the one that they want, or they didn't choose you. Sometimes parents could be like that towards their children. Maybe you were like that growing up. It's something that I see here that makes me feel that someone, behavior made you feel like you were not good enough for them. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn these cards around, and we're going to go ahead and get a little bit more information off of this read. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you, Sagittarius. Let's see what's in your future spot. This is interesting because the same card came out for Virgo, and it came out again, you guys. It came out in reverse. The only thing that I'm afraid of is that some of you guys have believed a lie. Because this Ace of Swords is saying that you guys are lacking this vision based on what other people have said to you. They have reconstructed or rewired your brain. Some of you guys are now antisocial when you used to be sociable. Some of you guys are, fearful when you used to be courageous. Some of you guys are have fear of loneliness when you used to be, you could be by yourself. So, with this Ace of Swords in reverse, there just feels like there's been this rewiring here. And I'm not liking that, because it's in the future position, and it's basically saying that there's still things in the future that you're going to have to cope with when it comes down to individuals, their thoughts, their opinions, their behaviors about how they feel you are. But again, remember when I said that if you do not value yourself, these people will act accordingly. And that's what this is telling me. You are around someone in general who is, should I say self-absorbed? I don't know. It is a very selfish energy, especially if someone treats you this way. But again, I feel like you are giving them the power over you. Okay, with this nonsense that they are doing. So I do see something in the future that I don't necessarily like. And let's say that this is your own mind. Let's say this has nothing to do with an actual person. Let's say that this is your own mind. that's creating this nonsense, that's making you feel that you're not good enough, that's making you feel like, you're being too heavily judged on yourself because of what you haven't been able to accomplish. Remember, the beginning of the reading talked about success, a new beginning, recognition, feeling good about yourself. But why do I see you regressing? The Ace of Swords in reverse is saying you're taking steps back. Now you're not as sure as you used to be. And see, this is such a reality that some of you guys are going to be like full steam ahead. You're going to be like, oh, I'm on, you're driving down the street, you got the gas, you're pressing the gas, you're actually getting somewhere. And because there is, some problems where you may have to detour, you're getting a little discouraged. And see, then the Ace of Swords in reverse starts to show up, where you start to feel powerless again. There are going to be obstacles and challenges in the road, in the way. You're going to experience that. But you cannot be saying, I don't think that this is worth it. I don't think that I'm worth it. I don't think that this belongs to me. Or listening to people that's telling you that. Because again, this is a regression energy here with the Ace of Swords in reverse. Because someone has said something to you, someone has made you feel some kind of way. Now you're going within, now you're isolating, not to reflect, but this is more so out of a reaction of feeling like, let me get away from them because I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be a problem to them. So let me go ahead and retreat. So I'm not necessarily liking that energy, not too much, but I have to be realistic about what I see. Okay. You are doing very well with the first three cards, but then the regression came with the future. Now we're going to go ahead and keep going because again, there's still a story here. So I want to see why this is actually happening. So let me go ahead. Sagittarius, let me go ahead. Let's see what's happening here. This is for Sagittarius. Let's see what's happening here for Sagittarius. And the cards that fall the way that they are, that's the way we're going to read it. You sure did take a retreat. It definitely came out saying the same thing. Remember what I told you before. What's affecting you is your outer environment. It is the things and the people and the situations that are outside of you that are affecting your inner core. Because you only got the Ace of Swords because there's someone here that refused to let you see freedom. They refuse to let you see who you are as an individual. That is making me feel that there is something within you or someone around you that's making you think that you are not good enough, or they're telling you this because the next card that's coming out is saying, hey, you know what? Someone isn't learning from their past mistakes. There's someone in your life that's saying, baby, let's work this out. Honey, I love you. I want to be with you. And then they turn around and do the same thing. And there it is again. Boom, something is hitting your self-esteem. Why am I not good enough? Why won't this person change? When God is like, okay, you know what? Remember when I said that you have to go in? Remember when I said you have to go in? Yes, you really do, because you got to recalibrate. Because there's someone here that has you going in the opposite direction. You have to start reevaluating your relationships with people. Why is this person in my life? Remember, the regression is what? The antisocial, the isolation, the fear that you have, the loneliness that you have. You not surrendering to the divine plan. That's the regression. A lot of you are losing motivation because again, like I said, you're going backwards, and I don't know why. Here it is again. Even the Eight of Wands is even in a future, in a past position. Like I said before, here you go. You're like running. You're taking off. You're getting on that plane. You're going somewhere. You're meeting people. All of that, and then something happens. Somebody ghosts you. They didn't tell you where they were going. They stopped calling you, or they're slowing up on their communication. They're not calling you as much. They're not making you feel as valuable. You didn't get that job. Oh, Lord, don't let that happen. You didn't get that job. So now you feel that you're not the best of what you do. You didn't get invited to your family's reunion, and now all of a sudden, oh my God, my family don't love me, or I'm unlovable. There is a lot of healing that needs to be done in this reading, because like I said before, it's like you guys have this energy where things just go so good, where you feel so good. And sometimes you can't get excited about it, because to me, I feel like you're expecting something bad to happen. And that's what I see with the Ace of Swords. Even that is causing you not to win. Yeah, it's telling me some of you guys can't even think straight. It's like you're absorbed in other people's lives and what they're doing, and you're committed to making other people happy. You're committed to what other people are doing, and sometimes it's even your children. And I get it. You're supposed to, that's your obligation, right? But I do feel that, you know what, don't lose yourself in the process. There's someone here that you just talk. You can talk on the phone. You can write them letters. You can, send long text messages. You can do all of that. They ain't listening to nothing you saying. Exactly. Spirit was like, they ain't hearing you. They ain't hearing you. And this is what I said about that whole selfishness, the whole thoughtless energy of it all, really, with this reading. That, remember, it's the outside, it's the people that's outside of you, it's your environment that's causing this like internal storm, because some of you guys refuse to let it go. And I'm going to be honest, I don't really say this with everybody. Usually I'd be like, oh, it could be the family, which it very well could be, right? But I don't know why I feel like this is relationships. I feel like this has been mostly in romantic relationships, because these are the people that you let in the most, because that's where the intimate moments come from too. Sexual relationships, sexual connections. Someone call you up and say, hey, baby, I want to see you. I want to talk to you. And then all of a sudden you don't hear them anymore. You don't even hear from them. And then there's a pause, and you're thinking, oh, this person ain't even reaching out to me. They're not even acting like they want to be here. There's a lack of effort. They act, here it is. Here we go again. And you go right back to feeling like it's you. You feel used. A lot of you guys know that you are not the main dish in someone's life. You even know that for a fact. And you guys are settling in some kind of way. For whatever they give you, whatever they dish out to you, you will take it. You will take it. And again, this is causing some type of when I tell you, the way that I can describe it, it feels like oil and water. You know how if you were to throw water down and you know what it does, like it kind of separates. But this is not the separation. This is literally like if you were to pour oil in a cup of water. It just looks nasty, right? It's not sticking. There's all these bubbles. The water starting to turn golden, brownish looking. It doesn't even appear to be right. But this is what you've been drinking. And we're not talking about castor oil. We're talking about motor oil. We're talking about something that can really cause or be very detrimental to you. This doesn't stick well. It's not cohesive at all. But this is what you've been ingesting. And remember, the water is really the emotions. It's toxic water, right? It's stale water. It's water that don't even move. There is no current here. There's no movement here. It's only staying in place. And what does stale water bring? Bugs, flies. Stale water brings infestation, and it ruins things. So this is why some of you guys feel ruined in some kind of way, because you've been dealing with people who have been giving you that because you refuse to move, which is the reason why the Eight of Wands is like, come on, we gotta take off now. We have to start moving. But before you guys can really do that, you got to get rid of the confusion all in your head. You got to get rid of that, the illusion, the fantasy. You got to get rid of that. You guys got to start praying. And when you do pray, you have to believe that God would actually answer your prayers. You got to take a break. Some of you guys are forcing something. And the universe is like, baby, this ain't going to fit. It ain't going to work. Stop forcing it. Stop trying to make something happen when it ain't meant to happen here. You know how you're supposed to co-create with somebody. This is the opposite of the co-creator. You know, you and God are working in harmony with each other. But who comes in and destroys things? The devil. You've been entertaining people, whoever they are, that literally they don't have your best interest at heart. Their whole purpose in this life is to do what? Deteriorate you, to break you down. They're like the acid in the stomach. Everything that you give to them, they break down. Okay? You are not meant to grow here at all with this type of person. And it's very unfortunate. But the thing is, the reason why I'm a little concerned is because, like I said, the Ace of Swords came out in the future, and it was what was at the bottom of the deck. It wasn't necessarily just the Ace of Swords in reverse. It was also what came at the bottom of the deck. I'm like, oh, no, come on, Sag. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to pull that last card, and we're going to keep going because I feel like I got to do something a little bit different here with you. Oh, wow. That's right. It literally says retribution. A lot of you are in this energy of wanting someone to pay big time because of what they've done. Someone promised you something and they did not keep it. Oh, hold on. This to me, I'm going to be honest. Some of you, and this is why I said, remember I said there was this momentum. You were feeling good. You were feeling great. Everything was going good. And all of a sudden they did what? They pulled that rug right up under you. Now you're falling. You're on your ass. You know, scraped up your knees. And you're like, wait, what just happened? You literally just told me I had that job. You literally just told me that I can move into this house. What do you mean that I can't do it? Now, we said that you're about to take off. You get on the plane and the pilot says, you know what? I'm going to have to remove you from the plane. You got to take the next one. It feels like that kind of energy. It feels like that sense of excitement, but then at the same time, you're always getting disappointed. Somebody's coming in, ruining things for you. You see what I'm saying? You're dealing with people who victimize you, or you're dealing with people who's always a perpetual victim, and they're blaming you. They're blaming you for their problems. They're trying to make you feel guilty for something that's not working, but you have a whole phone list of evidence and receipts about what they've done to you because something didn't work, or why you didn't get invited to the family reunion, or why you're not together with your romantic partner, or why you're not friends with me anymore. You see how other people can shift the blame? And there's people here that's actually shifting the blame on you, making you feel some kind of way. And here you are with the Ace of Pentacles. You're like, hey, I got a lot to offer. I have a lot that I can give to you. I'm certain of where I'm going and what I want to get and stuff like that. And this person, this is a subtle beat down. See, this type of person takes pleasure in knowing that they have some type of control over you. This is a subtle beatdown. You think that this person walked up on you one day with a bat and struck you upside the head? No, this person just subtly start beating on you, beating you down emotionally, mentally. Now, I'm not saying that it's physically. No, this is more mentally for me because, like I said, the Ace of Swords is in reverse. This is your mind. Oh, you really didn't have to have that hairstyle. I don't like that hairstyle. You know, mothers be doing stuff like that. Even grandmas, old grandmas back in the day. My grandmother didn't do that, but I have friends and I've seen it. Oh, I don't like that hairstyle on you. Oh, I don't like that type of shirt on you. Your lovers start to pick that up because they learned that from their mama. Oh, you're like, oh, you know what? Look at what I got today. They're like, oh yeah, you should have got the other one. So when we're talking about subtle beatdowns, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about stuff like that. When you're excited, You're excited. You're excited. Oh, I got a new job. Guess what? I got a new job. They gave me this. You're excited to tell the people who you think supposed to love you, right? They're supposed to love you back. You're like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Look at what I did. And they're like, oh, really? That's how much that's all they paying you? That's all they paying you? I would have been asking for more. If that was me, I would have been asking for more. You fight with me all the time. You should have been fighting with them so they could have gave you $10,000 extra. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about subtle beatdowns, and this is what you're experiencing. So I'm going to tell you I'm concerned. Because the Ace of Swords is telling me that something has gotten to you. You have achieved something. You have succeeded in something, and something has gotten to you because it's been subtle. Now you're feeling ashamed because that new job don't look like the new job that you had before you told that person. Or you get in a relationship and you bring the love of your life in here, and your family members say, oh, he's too short. Oh, this is who you going with? That's him, that's her. And you're like, but this is the love of my life. This is the love of my life. Okay. All right. All right. And you're like, but this is who I love. And now they're making you feel ashamed of the person that you chose. You know that you've been treated unfairly. You know that. But again, like I said before, for some odd reason, you are absorbing that energy. The future energy does not lie. And I don't like the fact that it's in the future. And I'm telling you, I need you guys to be able to fight that. Now, the Justice card talks about karma because what the universe is trying to do is teach you something. What is the universe trying to get you to do? You could be a victim. But do not allow them to victimize you. How do they do it? Continuation. What do? Cancel culture. I'm going to cancel you out of my life. That is what my retribution is going to be for me. I'm not going to allow you to manipulate me and to evoke me and to disappoint me and to break my heart. Because again, the universe says, I'm going to give this to you. You should be excited. You should be happy. You are clear about what you want. You're not indecisive. You're not confused. You're not scattered anymore. Here you go. Oh, really? Okay. Well, second guessing yourself. They're not bringing those inadequacies up in your soul. All the things that you thought that you settled from your inner child workshop, now it's coming up again. Now you're like, oh, damn, I thought that wasn't there. Because real life, when you go to med school, guess what? Everything looks easy when it's in a book or when you have to take the test. But when you have to get on the floor, baby, that's when we really know that you got real skills. That's when we know that you really know how to put what you learned into action. So don't say that I done worked on myself. I done did all the inner healing. I done worked on myself, and somebody say one thing to you and you're just triggered for the rest of the month. Now you become obsessed with what that person has said, obsessed with what that person is doing. And you go right back to where you were before you started. The universe says, where is the justice in that? I am trying to correct things. I am trying to make things right. You know the truth. You've learned those lessons. And you know what the consequences are if you start believing the lies. But I'm telling you, because the Justice card, even in the future, is in the reverse. And I love when this type of energy comes out. You want to know why? Because it doesn't give you bubblegums and lollipops. It doesn't tell you that you're going to come up on a tarot channel and somebody tell you you're going to be victorious in everything that you do. You're going to have a new beginning. You're going to feel amazing. You're going to feel like you are soaring. Yes, you will do that. But here, according to this reading, it's like, oh yeah, but you're going to have traps. And it ain't going to even come with your money this time. It's going to come with your mind. I want to get you where it hurts. I want to get you where I believe that you ain't really there yet, where you really haven't really mastered. That's where I'm going to get you at. Because this is all mind and emotions, baby. That's what this is. Now you don't went down to the ground with your money. You probably done bankrupt, didn't have no money. You got divorced. People got to pay child support. Baby daddy ain't paying child support. You don't live in your house anymore. You live in an apartment, or you're living with somebody else, and you went backwards. So at one point you were doing amazing. So you've already mastered that. You already mastered how to live. But I want to see if you know how to not let it get to you when it comes to the inside, when it comes to the people who you think is supposed to care about you and they show you that they don't. I want to see how you're going to do. I want to see how you're the doctor now. I want to see how you're going to operate. You said that you're good, Sagittarius. You said you did the healing. You said you done bandaged 5 or 6 patients, and this is how you were able to pass the board. Now I want to see how you operate. And guess what you do? Damn, I can't believe they got to me. Damn. And y'all don't like to cry. Y'all really don't. You don't like to cry. But see, this really is a crying energy. You want to know why? Because it triggers that unrequited love energy in you again. It triggers that my mama didn't love me and this nigga don't either. This chick don't either. Let me say it the way the men say it, the BITCH. I don't even know if I can say that on here, but for some odd reason, we can say the NIGGA word. YouTube let us say that, but we can't say the other word. Okay? But y'all are basically saying, okay, my mama and my daddy didn't love me, but these mofos over here, they ain't gonna do it either. It triggers the unloved energy in you. Here we go again. Somebody ain't loving me again. I'm a burden again. Somebody make it seem like me being around my existence is a problem. When the universe is saying the only thing I'm trying to get you to see is that you are the priority. Your mother just put you in this realm. And yes, her words hurt. Yes, remember in the beginning of this reading, I said they ended up rewiring your brain. And part of that healing that you were doing, those workshops that you were doing, was to rewire to not believe the words that people had to say about you, not their judgments or their opinions. But see, this is university level shit. This ain't that elementary stuff. Now universe, okay, I want to see if you really, now we're going to see if you're going to get your doctorates. I want to see if you're going to actually be able to really, graduate from this program. And I'm going to see what you're going to do. I actually want to see. Let me see how you're going to handle this. This is for Sagittarius. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, this came just like this. I don't want y'all to think that I turned anything over. No, ma'am, I did not. You guys, you did it. And look at what happened. A new perspective on life. Now you're able to release everything that someone has done to you. You don't have to hold on to those feelings. You don't have to allow anyone to hurt you anymore or allow those judgments to get to you anymore. It says you're surrendering. We talked about that in the beginning of the reading. Because it's not going to matter. This is what the hangman is basically saying. It won't matter anymore. You won't hold on to it. It won't even matter. You be like, they said what they said, but I mean, whatever. Like, I don't care. And some of you, this is going to surprise you because a part of that, the hangman talks about aha moment. That's almost like that. They're like, oh man, like, ding, damn, this whole time I was caring about what this person was thinking or these people were thinking. I don't even care. It didn't even matter to begin with. And now all of a sudden you got this newfound passion in life. You're moving freely. You're not moving like you're disturbing people in the room. Or you got to keep saying, oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. When you start walking, people are going to be moving out of the way. You're not going to be like, excuse me, I'm coming through. I'm coming through. When royalty come in, you know what they do? They all part like the Red Sea. You don't even have to make an announcement. You already know what to do. You know how everybody know when they see royals, they're gonna be moving out the way. You ain't got to be like, excuse me, guys, let the royals through. Let the royals through. No, everybody is like, no. You know what? I have so much respect for the royals. I'm going to go ahead and move out the way so they can get to their destination, and that is going to be you. You guys have been feeling like the mule, like the ass of the family, the ass of your relationship, the burden. You get what I'm saying? You know how they be having those costumes where it's like, who's going to be the head of the horse and who's going to be the head of the donkey and who's going to be the ass? Y'all always been the one that has been up under the sheet. The only thing you've been showing was the back. That's it. No one know who you are, who you were, and what you were capable of this whole time. Nobody knew because it was always underneath something, undercover of some sort, hiding from the world because you believe what they said about you. Now you're not going to even be riding or even participating and being part of that silliness. You're going to be on horses. You're going to be the ones that's going to be sitting in the car where the people were like the horses in the chariot. You're going to be the people that, like I said, you're the royalty. You're going to be inside. You're going to be sitting down with air conditioning. You get it? Enjoy the gifts, the opportunities that the universe is going to bring in here to you. Do not allow spectators to redirect your energy, your focus, your emotions, your attention away from what God is giving to you anyway. You want to know how you can maintain that focus? Center yourself, pray, meditate, go within, retreat as many times as you need to. That's all the universe is basically saying. And now you'll be able to attract whatever you want to attract. You're going to come across the people who have chemistry with you. You have chemistry with them. You are independent and free to move about wherever you want to go. Okay?